Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DRich Show, where we talk anything and everything crypto. Now, here's your host, DRich.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is DRich and today is June 8th, 2022. Happy Wednesday, hump day, whatever you want to call it. We are back with another video, so I want to thank you guys for always tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in before we get started. But anyway, I want to make sure that this video, like any other video that I put out, is always finding you guys all in good health, good spirits, and good energy. And I just want to make sure that you guys are doing well all the time on the top of every video that we put out. So there we have it. So we're going to start off with this coming from James K. Fallon at Fallon Law here on Twitter. Okay, and if you want, you can follow me on Twitter as well, DRich5531. And he put out these articles or these documents that I want you to go over. Ripple Defendants Folly reply letter and further support of their motion regarding the deficiency in the SEC's response to Ripple's defendant's fourth set of requests for admissions. So here, if you click on them, this is everything that you want to look at and read through. And it's pretty much talking about some of the information that's being withheld, and Mr. Larson meeting with the SEC back in 2013, so on and so forth, and things like that. So check these documents out if you choose to do so. They'll be left in the description. And this was coming off the heels of yesterday's meeting, which from what I understand, bits and pieces of it, it worked out in Ripple's favor based on Judge Nat Burns' reactions, responses, and things like that. So I think we're in good position, good standing when it comes to the lawsuit. And again, in my personal opinion, I just think that it's theater, where they're just prolonging the inevitable when it comes to giving clarity or some sort of ruling behind what XRP really is. Perhaps a currency, perhaps a commodity. We are yet to see that, and it could be either or. So there we have it. That's that with the lawsuit. That's as much I can report. And if you are on Twitter, there's a video circulating around from Fox News with Gasparino. So if you want to check that out, I might encourage you to find that video, listen to some of the language that he spits out, and it's important to kind of hear everybody's viewpoint. And I think some of the things that he's saying is pretty accurate. So check that out when you get a chance, okay? So anyway, Ripple and FTX get aggressive on acquisition amidst market crash, and this was put out June 6th. Kind of talked about this the other day, but this article is really highlighting FTX. As you guys know, if you guys have been listening to me on the channel, I went to Miami maybe a month or so ago and came back to put out a video of what I was able to see visually. FTX is all over the place, and then if you look at like some of the Miami Heat, their arena is FTX Arena, and you can start seeing the writing on the wall when it comes to these folks getting involved with acquisitions. I'm not sure who they would acquire or merge with or whatnot, but I think that this is also important, and I do believe this is going to be a huge marketplace when it comes to FTX. According to a report by CNBC published on May 31st, Ripple and FTX have both said that they are looking for a good acquisition target, using the recent market crash as buying opportunities to drive growth. The report also claims the hunt is a sign that the crypto firms feel that they have become large and well capitalized enough to begin splurging cash on acquisitions. Another thing that I want to point out, if you are watching like Major League Baseball, last night I was watching the Dodgers play the White Sox, and one of the umpires had FTX on his uniform or on his gear. So all of these people are starting to advertise, and you want to get around to kind of seeing what's what, just like with crypto.com. They are doing their due diligence as well. So we'll see who these folks acquire. Okay. And I do believe that they'll start demonstrating that for us. So they'll start putting out that news. So anyway, we're going to talk about how to set up a Stellar node, or how to run a Stellar node. I'm not particularly tech savvy, so this is for the tech folks who are interested in this. But at any rate, I want to make sure that I go over it for you folks to look at. Stellar, again, is an open blockchain network that was purpose-built with the goal of allowing money to be moved and stored, and was originally created in 2014 as a means of boosting financial inclusion by reaching the unbanked. And the Stellar ecosystem also utilizes a cryptocurrency known as Lumens, which is also XLM as the symbol. Okay, and here we go. Here are some key points. Stellar's infrastructure is available for anyone to use and even build on, as companies can develop their own blockchain wallets, apps, or cryptocurrency tokens through it. The Stellar network can also be used for payments and for the conversion of digital currency for cash and other ways around. And Stellar was again originally created back in 2014 by business partner known as Jed McCaleb and Joyce Kim. If you don't know who Joyce Kim is, I do believe that is his significant other, and I do believe she has something to do with him moving from Ripple because of their ties together and their differences. So if you want to go ahead and look at that background, check that out too. So you can also create a Stellar node manually, or you can connect to a pre-set up shared node through the uses of the Now Nodes blockchain as a service provider, depending on your specific preference. So you can click that link there to open up. We'll go down here a little bit further, how to choose the Stellar node. You can read all of this here. Specifically, a node has the following properties. A node can essentially be a part of the consensus mechanism when it comes to the validation and transactions, and a node has the opportunity to publish an archive that other nodes can access at any point in time, or in order to find the complete history of the specific blockchain network it is built upon. So here are some of the nodes that you can participate in. Number one is the Watcher. You can read about that. Basically, the Watcher node is essentially a node that has the main responsibility of keeping track of the ledger and submitting the transactions. You got a basic validator, and this node is essentially one that has similar operation requirements. However, it uses a secret key and has the additional level of functionality to participate in the consensus procedure. And then you can put a full validator, become an archiver, if however you want to say it. And here are some of the setups. I don't know too much about any of all of this stuff here, about the coding and all of this stuff. So this is what you will need from building from the source directly. Here's what you need to do. First, build. You got to build the dependencies. Anybody knows anything about this and wants to teach me, I'm all for it, but I just don't know this. I'm just, again, presenting this to those folks who are tech savvy and that can actually do all of this stuff, so that you can participate on this blockchain. So here there's some configurations, the database, buckets, network, paraphrase, validation, and all this other good stuff for you folks to go over. So I'll leave it in the description for you folks to decipher how to do this, if this is something that you like doing, enjoy doing. At least, at the very least, we want to present this to you folks so that you can do it, and hopefully you can start sharing that information with others so that they can understand how to do this as well. So there's that. And again, folks, we are at the point of Protocol 19 upgrade vote. Today is June 8th, which again, I do believe the vote is in process of me making this video. Which is again 1500 UTC. I believe that is like 11 or 12 p.m., 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that would be 10 a.m. here in Nashville. So we'll see what's what, and I will report back on this as we have more news that comes readily available for us. But what I wanted to do is go over here to Stellar Expert. You can check out the Ledger Explorer and their analytics from the Stellar Network and see all of that. You can look at the performances and all of this good stuff here. And in here, you want to check out some assets on the ledger if you choose to do so. Their trading volume, liquidity, price action over the last 7 days. You can check that out for yourselves. And you can also check out some of these stellar assets. Okay. One I was looking at here is this Daruna. Real quickly, it's very interesting because, as we talk about the assets on the channel, we want to make sure that the issuer address is correct and everything, and we want to look at some of the ratings, trust lines. As you can see, there's 138,278 of those who have been funded with this asset. You can go to their website, check that out a little bit more if you choose to do so. And right now, the price is what it is. Okay, it's not even a fraction of a penny or whatnot. And if you choose to get some, it's just a very interesting asset, nevertheless. Okay, part of what's going on when you see the assets on the ledger and the volume that's coming from behind them over the last 7 days. You can check out the price range as well. So check out some of these assets. Again, this is never financial advice. Okay, I'm just giving you a presentation to go look at some of the assets that are on the Stellar Network. And again, make sure that you are doing your due diligence. A lot of these tokens, some of these tokens will have this little icon, warning, reported for illicit and fraudulent activity. Now, here's what I'll say. Let's just click on that for instance. Again, the account status is locked. Okay. We can't really do anything about that. All right. So we just want to look at overall what it looks like here. I made a ton of money on this token. And I want to say that, when you're looking at these assets, you want to make sure you are seeing that the accounts are locked. As far as anybody doing anything untrustworthy or doing something that's fraudulent or whatnot with the asset. So just even go look at Stronghold. The account is locked. Okay, so all those assets are locked when you look at them, and you want to make sure that you're looking at the right asset with the right contract address. There you have it. So anyway, let's go ahead and end it with the coin market cap from CoinGecko, 44.5% dominance for Bitcoin. Actually, let's just give it a refresh. It'd probably be the same, 44.6. 16.8 for Ethereum, while Bitcoin is trading at $30,446.29. But before we get to that, we got a $1.3 trillion market cap globally, and Ethereum $1,803.55, USDC $53.9 billion market cap, while BNB $291.71, Cardano 65 cents at number 6, XRP 40 cents there. And again, accumulate, acquire, and hold this dear asset as long as you possibly can. And make sure you're getting these things off the exchanges, to your Decent wallet, to your Ledger, to your Zum wallet, whatever you might use to store your assets off of the exchanges. I encourage you to do so, because as we're starting to see, the SEC is starting to go after exchanges because they got nothing better to do, and I think that they're all about losing these days, and they're going to continue to lose, and they're probably going to be defunct and go out of business in short order as we continue to see the corruption being exposed all over the place. So anyway, Binance BUSD is right there at number 8. Solana $39.52, Dogecoin 8 cents. And as we can see, folks, we could just go scroll down the market just real quick. FTT $28.06. So if you are into FTX and you are looking to get into this asset, I would say if it goes down to maybe 25, 24 bucks, I think it's a great buying opportunity. I don't know if it necessarily will go down to those levels. But again, having maybe 4, 5 of these, maybe even 10 of these in your portfolio long term, based on what they're trying to do as far as mergers and acquisitions, and they have the money and the funding to actually do that, as reported in the article. So again, there you have it, 28.06 at the current price as we're doing a video. XLM 14 pennies, and again, accumulate, acquire, and buy a ton of it, as much as you possibly can, because say for instance you get a spike, we get up to 35-40 cents, you got 10,000 of them, maybe you could shave off a couple, take some profit, park it to the side, and you still have a bundle in your portfolio where, you know what, you took profit, you still have some, and then hopefully at go time the price will continue to escalate and mature, and you're still taking profit off that tree there that you planted. Algorand 41 cents there, VeChain 3 pennies, HBAR 8 pennies, almost 9 pennies, and just so you guys are aware, Ledger Live is now available to HBAR, so if you want to send your HBAR to your Ledger, Nano or whatnot, and see it on Ledger Live, that's available for you as well to check out. Elrond 67.15, good buying opportunity for it. And I don't promote too many tokens outside of the norm, but you know, sometimes I like to say this on the cap of the market cap so that we can actually see some other assets that you can just go down the rabbit hole on. Do your research, okay? Just do your research on them, and then you'll find out that the ones that I'm speaking of are probably more than likely going to be great in the future. 35 cents for IOTA, and Gala Games, almost 8 pennies there, 7 pennies. I like Engine Coin, although it's on the Ethereum blockchain, at 1 penny. And then as we go to the last part of the video, 3 pennies right there for XDC, and you can scroll down there and do the rest as you choose. But anyway, folks, again, don't buy coins because I'm promoting them or talking about them on the videos. And again, I don't get paid to promote any tokens or digital assets on this channel, and I will never have payments come through for promoting an asset. I mean, sometimes people ask me, and politely decline, because I want to make sure that I'm being consistent with the assets that are going to be probably bridged into the future, and where we're going to probably become multimillionaires based off of it. I don't try to do anything outside of that. Other than that, we're good to go, folks. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Prepare for the Protocol 19 voting, so you can look for that on your own today while you're out and about, and maybe, you know, checking for some news breaking, and hopefully we'll see what happens because of it. And other than that, guys, hit the subscribe button if you like the channel. Share on your favorite social media platforms to get the word out of what I'm talking about here on the channel. Anyway, have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. Friday, we will not have a video because I will be doing the CMA Fest. I have a duty that calls, and we'll be there doing that for the line of work that I do outside of just sitting here talking about cryptocurrency and digital assets. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and never take for granted that you can't go out and do some other things to bring in other financial resources. Always have a different source of income all the way around. So never give up on those, even if you gotta work from time to time. So do those things, and all good things come. God bless, take care, and as always, folks, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.